we welcomed some 8,999 stayover visitors arriving in Dominica for the month, which was 8.4% above 2013, when 8,299 visitors arrived. Arrivals from the United States grew almost 30%, while arrivals from UK grew 26%, possibly influenced by the community reunions of the summer. The USVI emerged as the most notable growth market during the month, with an 87.9% increase in arrivals. CARICOM arrivals grew almost 9%, with increases from Antigua, Trinidad, and the BVI, among others. Through July, Dominica has received 48,044 stayover arrivals, a 6.2% growth from 2013. There's been a number of visitors arriving at Melville Hall Airport, while arrivals by our ferry, which primarily services the French islands of Guadeloupe and Martinique, have declined slightly. Same-day visitor arrivals increased 12.4%, but there has not been a large number of scheduled holiday excursions, as we saw in the case of 2012. And a slight decrease in arrivals by yachts to the Portsmouth area during June and July has contributed to the year-to-date decline of 1.6%. However, arrivals in Roseau had a small increase of 0.3% for the year. Overall, European source markets have been leading the year-to-date growth. And as of June 2014, stayover visitation from Europe was at 8,193, 17.9% increase from 2013. European visitors represented 21% of January to June stayover arrivals for 2014, which is a 2.2% growth in the market share from January to June 2013, when arrivals were 6,950. Primarily, stayover arrivals from France grew 33.7% and was the largest European source market through June, representing 37.9% of European stayover visitation. All right, and just in terms of marketing, the moniker is the Nature Island. We continue to push the three pillars of nature, culture, and adventure as we market Dominica. We, like most of the islands, I think, are focusing on the digital space now to help us spread that message. So in addition to our website, in addition to social media, where we have a number of what we call subject matter experts, for example, in the dive category, in the hike category, we actually have stakeholders, private stakeholders, that man those particular social media handles, so that the information that they put out there is relevant, and that some of the technical questions that get asked about what to see underwater, you actually have a practitioner that can respond to that. Of note to you all are two particular events that we continue to do to build content. First would have been the Nature Island Challenge, which we just staged the second edition, and we'll be staging the third edition in April of next year. This is where it's kind of like the Amazing Race meets Dominica. And we stage it on the Waitukubuli National Trail, which is the region's only long-distance hiking trail, 115 miles from the northern tip of the island to the southern tip. It's divided into 14 segments, some geographically based, culturally based. But we have participants representing countries, four participants that compete against each other in terms of running the trail, in some cases 10 to 15 miles per day. And there's also photography or picture mini challenges, and always a major challenge at the end of the day. So if you go to natureislandchallenge.com, you can get more information on that. The other that you may have seen most recently would be the Dominica Film Challenge, whereby issued a call to aspiring photographers and filmmakers to come and chronicle the island and tell their story about them discovering their inner explorer on Dominica. And we had some 1,100 applications for that challenge. We selected 6 teams of 2, and on filmchallenge.com we've most recently put the final products. In terms of content, we had some photography submissions as well as some film submissions, and the winner was a 90-second film done on Dominica the New. And so I encourage you to go onto the Film Challenge and get some more information on that. It was widely successful in terms of using the digital space to market and promote a destination, and is indicative of some of the things that we would like to do and intend to do in the future. By way of airlines, just to reconfirm that Dominica is serviced by Liat from Barbados, Antigua, St. Martin, and San Juan, Winair from St. Martin and Pointe-à-Pitre, Guadeloupe, BVI Airways from St. Martin, Seaborne Airlines from San Juan, Puerto Rico. And we also have a number of non-scheduled services, such as Air Sunshine, Hummingbird Air, and we also have the ferry services from Guadeloupe and Martinique. And ever since our inaugural Air Access Conference, which we held in September of 2012, which established our Air Access Technical Committee, we have been working with airlines to systematically increase capacity to Dominica, but more importantly, dialogue with them to improve the service into Dominica in terms of convenient interconnections. And one of the things that we will be doing coming out of that conference is working with Dutch St. Martin, who through Princess Juliana International Airport, which is trying to become a major hub for the Northern Caribbean, will actually be taking a booth. So Dominica will have a booth at the Princess Juliana International Airport to facilitate the interconnections of onward connections of our visitors coming to Dominica through St. Martin. We're also dialoguing with Liat in a big way, because Liat is responsible for 80% of our air arrivals, our visitor air arrivals. And you know, with the facts facing Liat in terms of their fleet, their current fleet now, I think every island, you know, is going to be taking a hit in terms of capacity, and so we really want to dialogue with them to ensure that since there's such heavy reliance, since Dominica is so heavily reliant on air service from Liat, that we make sure that some of the connections, especially from the UK through Barbados and Antigua, and some of the other destinations are maintained. We most recently partnered with Winair out of St. Martin, as I mentioned. In February, they began service from Pointe-à-Pitre to Dominica, and then onward to St. Martin, and then returned to Dominica and back to Pointe-à-Pitre. And so, excuse me, we partnered with Winair to do a summer promotion from Pointe-à-Pitre in particular, because that's a territory that we are very interested in, being so close to Guadeloupe and Martinique, the 2 French overseas departments. I'll just mention a number of things that are happening in terms of World Responsible Tourism Awards. We have the World Responsible Tourism Awards Committee recently announced its long list from nominations submitted for the various award categories, and they include 3 nominees from Dominica: the Waitukubuli National Trail in the Best Cultural Heritage Attraction category, the Kalinago Barana Ote in the Best for Engaging People and Culture category, and Rosalie Bay Resort in the Best for Wildlife Conservation category. I mentioned earlier that our 3 pillars are nature, culture, and adventure. well, this is kind of a classic case where we have used the natural assets that we have been given to develop this Waitakowuli National Trail, and this is now being nominated in this particular area, the cultural heritage attraction. We speak about culture, we speak about two things: the last remaining indigenous people of the Caribbean, the Caribs or the Kalinago. And so their model village by the sea and the experience of that is being, has been nominated for Best in Engaging People in Cultural category. And we also have Rosalie Bay, which is very instrumental in the sea turtle conservation program. And so has been nominated for the wildlife conservation category. Just brief mention in terms of we secured, Dominica secured third place in the senior division of the 2014 FCCA Foundation Children's Essay Contest. And the relevance of that is that the individual who did that, Miss Marie-Ange Emmanuel, is actually Dominica's junior tourism minister and will be representing us here at the Youth Congress as well. In terms of culture and entertainment, October 24th to 26th will be the dates where we'll be celebrating the 18th edition of Dominica's World Creole Music Festival. So we'll have 3 nights of pulsating rhythms with upwards of 10 genres of music, from zouk, compa, soca, calypso, reggae, dancehall, Latin, soukous, Afrobeat. So as I mentioned, 18th year, with artists such as Jack Yor and Tabu Combo and T-Vice Class, Midnight Groovers from Dominica, Triple K from Dominica, Asa Bantan, and we'll have the Latin sensation of Suavemente fame, Elvis Crespo, will be in Dominica, and that's from October 24th to the 26th. The week preceding that festival, over the years, we've seen visitation as high as 7,000 for that week. So anywhere from 4 to 7,000 people will come back to Dominica. We do surveys on an annual basis, and we're at about a 20% of the patrons that go to the festival are coming for the first time. So in addition to the repeat visitation that we have, it's either locals coming of age or people coming for the first time. So it's a festival that continues to remain relevant and will continue to be a tool through which we promote the destination. In terms of training, I mentioned the Caribbeans and the Kalinago people. We've recently partnered with the OAS funded craft enhancement and business planning training project to train upwards of 20 practitioners from the Kalinago territory, specifically to diversify their designs of their natural craft. And we hope that not only for stayover visitor arrivals, but for the cruise passengers coming off, that will augur well for them in terms of increased economic activity. So that's happening in terms of training. We are currently at Seatrade. We're currently being represented at Seatrade Med in Barcelona as we speak, with a hope to attract increased calls for cruise lines as well. We're at about 270-something thousand cruise passengers on an annual basis, and that happens from October to May. Currently, we have no summer cruise activity. Another property on Dominica, Rosalie Bay Resort, has placed second in the Condé Nast Traveler's top 25 resorts in the Caribbean. This comes on the heels of, I call them the bays of Dominica. We have 4 properties that all have Bay in their name. We have Secret Bay, which was on the Travel and Leisure IT list, top 50. And actually was on MSNBC as one of the top 5 highlighted. We've got Padua Bay House, we've got Jungle Bay, we've got Rosalie Bay, and we also have Fortune Hotel, all of which have made the top 25 in terms of TripAdvisor. So our properties, although very small and boutique in nature, are doing us proud in terms of holding their own against some of the larger properties and larger islands. And so that's what Dominica is all about, the boutique properties and the very special and unique experience. Whether it is, whether you come for diving, snorkeling, whether you come for hiking, whether you come just to rediscover, rejuvenate, to transform, all of these things are possible at Dominica. We will be partnering with the Sustainable Destinations Alliance of the Americas, and we're one of the 7 destinations that have received support to enhance the long-term viability of our tourism sector, working along with Sustainable Travel International. So we'll be going through that process that STI and RCCL are supporting to help us audit and put together kind of the sustainability benchmarks that will help us into the future. All right, I just want to talk about some investment opportunities in Dominica, the Woodford Hill Resort Development Project. A beautiful 180-acre beachfront site is located on the northeast coast of the island, with a long golden sandy beach and wonderful views across the reef-sheltered bay facing the French islands of Les Saintes. The location offers relative seclusion and a variety of beautiful mountain, valley, and ocean views, which makes it ideal for an exclusive high-end resort. So access to other island tourist attractions and to the newly expanded Melville Hall Airport is very convenient. So the completed resort will comprise 32-bedroom hotel suites, 64 villas, and 16 townhouses, as well as bars, restaurants, a spa, and a beach club. A provisional contract has been signed with the world-renowned Six Senses Resort Company to manage and market the property. And an opportunity exists to join a solid investor, developer, consortium to progress this world-class project, which will ultimately be managed by the successful international hotel company. So all the legwork has been done in terms of plans, and we're looking for investors, and all of this will come to a head once I go through and mention a little more about the Citizenship by Investment program. Also, hotel and marina development at the Cabritz, an 80-acre site, has been identified for this development at Prince Rupert Bay and Douglas Bay in Portsmouth on the Northern Peninsula. So we're actively seeking hotel developers to develop a high-quality, large-scale commercial resort and marina on this site. We're flexible with a range of concepts, including a long-term lease agreement with an option to buy and governmental participation in providing the land as equity. So other concepts that would promote this project's development are open for discussion. The following projects are actually in construction now, or where construction is anticipated to commence relatively shortly. We have Petit Colibri Petit Colibri Guest Cottages. That's a boutique hotel comprising of 28 high-end luxury rooms nested on a spectacular ridge in southwestern district of Dominica. Views are obtained of the island of Martinique over the ocean to the south. Valley bottoms and the panoramic surrounding hills are lush with vegetation. 5-star services await discerning guests. Heliport on site will facilitate direct shuttle to site for private guests. The project is nearing completion and is anticipated to come on the market towards the end of this year or first quarter 2015. We also have Harbor View Hotel, a 120-room luxury business and leisure hotel to be constructed adjacent the Deepwater Harbor or the Woodbridge Bay in the capital Roseau. This project should be completed within 2 to 3 years. We also have the Moroccan Hotel, which is a Moroccan-funded hotel anticipated to be opened by November 2015. This will be a 4-star hotel totaling 68 rooms, comprising 58 luxury rooms and 10 suites. The project is being constructed in the Cabritz development area, and it is anticipated to kickstart the significant tourism development potential of that area. Another in Bois Cotlet Estate, a novel agro-tourism development project consisting of the rehabilitation of 18th century ruins of a once fully sustainable plantation. The ruins include a sugar, cocoa, and coffee mills. The production processes of the cocoa and coffee will be rehabilitated, including the introduction of a small mill for the manufacture of chocolates. 13 cottages and 15 villas will be constructed in the first phase. In the second phase, a 65-room condominium and clubhouse facility will be constructed. The first phase is anticipated to commence in 2015. And so a little on the Citizenship by Investment program. With the inauguration of this program in mid-2014, funds which were previously obtained from this program and allocated to direct budgetary support will now be set aside for specific investment opportunities. Investment into properties can be made at a minimum of US $200,000. Via this program, it is anticipated that Dominica will experience a considerable increase in investment in accommodation facilities. And the first project to be founded under and funded under the CBI program is a 75 to 125-star hotel to be located in the Douglas Bay, just north of the Cabritz. This tourist facility will be operated by Kempinski, the well-known luxury European brand. The hotel will consist of at least 81 rooms and 8 villas. Construction is anticipated to begin towards the end of 2015. Okay, thank you very much.